It's your girl Sierra. Don't get it wrong, spell my name right. It's C apostrophe A-I-R-A. Hey, what's up guys? It's Sierra. Welcome back to another video. Today I thought that I would talk about my dog because I feel like a lot of people don't do much research, and I'm one of them. When I say I don't do much research, is I $600 later bought a Chi-Poo. A Chi-Poo is a Chihuahua mixed with a toy poodle or a miniature poodle, and they roughly can be anywhere between 5 to 20 pounds. So of course the Chi-Poo can definitely be independent, and giving your new puppy time to explore the home is good for reasonable periods of time, most definitely, because you want them to get used to, not peeing in your house, not pooping in your house. You also want to get them used to, being out of the cage if you're not crate training. I definitely crate trained, and, of course, the first 2 or 3 nights is definitely going to be rough because you're going to hear your Chi-Poo cry and whine, and, it's something that it's going to pass. I definitely had to tune it out by shutting the doors to my son and daughter's room and my room as well. Due to the fact that a poodle parent is very highly intelligent, it's really strongly recommended that you provide your Chi-Poo with plenty of interactive dog toys to boost the mental stimulation, and keeping your Chihuahua Poodle mix Chi-Poo busy all day long can definitely help the Chi-Poos burn off their excess energy and to prevent behavioral problems from developing. I definitely can say that definitely, buy ropes, buy interactive toys. The best place to get interactive toys, like for a cheaper price, is Chewy.com. I know that I bought this box and it came with 3 different toys that the dog had to basically stick his nose and mouth in to try and get the ball or the bone or the rope out, and it keeps him really busy. So once he gets all 3 out, put all 3 of them back in, and like I said, just keeps them busy. Definitely buy toys that make noise. Definitely buy bones. Well, that's as they get older, but still just things to keep them very busy. Definitely, I can say that the Chihuahua Poodle mix, Chi-Poo, is generally an indoor dog. So definitely consider this before adding on to your family, because these dogs really can do very well and thrive in a small home, apartment, or a condo. Chi-Poos are really great with children. They can get excited and overwhelmed, but like I said, with my fiance and me touching, or him touching the kids, playing with the kids, the Chi-Poo definitely gets overwhelmed. And they say that the Chi-Poos are best suited for families with older children, and that's not necessarily true, because the younger your kid is, it definitely helps them as dogs to understand love and affection, and to bring that loyalness together, and definitely create a stable household. So of course we talked about the physical characteristics. Now we're going to talk about the exercise requirements. The exercise requirements for a Chi-Poo is, just to get exercise on a daily basis, but not too much. I will say that I did definitely read into this, and I took this into consideration when buying my Chi-Poo. So I ended up buying a stroller that I could push my dog around in, because we take walks frequently. And so definitely also buying a stake for your dog if you have a yard can definitely help as well, because you can just put him on the stake and let him roam around without running off. And of course, walking your Chi-Poo around on the leash in the yard is definitely worth it as well. So if already getting enough energy through walks and play outside, definitely buy a dog backpack or dog sling or a dog stroller to balance out the exercise. Your Chi-Poo will definitely enjoy family activities, daily walks, and of course playtime off of the leash if you have a fenced in yard. I don't, but I definitely gave my Chi-Poo the advantage of being off the leash and, having that freedom of running around in the yard. And, as long as you set boundaries with your Chi-Poo, I think that you should be fine if you don't have a fence. I know that I don't, and I definitely set the boundaries like, nope, we're not going over there, staying right here. And if, like wandering off, then I definitely set the boundaries like, hey, you're going to get back on this stake or this leash because you can't, follow the commands of staying in range. The average lifespan of a Chihuahua Poodle mix is about 12 to 16 years. So definitely a long lifespan, especially for if you have kids. These can grow into a dog that they can take off to college with them. This is a dog that they can just take off, in any circumstance with them, or, stay with you and be a lovely family dog. Of course, there are going to be times where you're not going to want to take your Chi-Poo to the groomer. My personal experience on that is that, I took him to the groomer one time and one time only because I had a groomer who clearly told me that my dog was crazy because he wouldn't stop barking and he wouldn't stop shaking. But like I said, the vet said that he had anxiety. So with that being said, I started to purchase products for me to groom him at home on my own. So of course I bought these scissors, and I think I got these from PetSmart. And my fiance works at Bed Bath & Beyond. So I just got this maybe for like 15 bucks, and this works excellent. It comes with 2 other strips to cut their nails, and then of course it comes with 3 different, if you have a bigger dog, a medium dog, and then a smaller dog hole to put the nail in. And I'm just going to show you how it works. And it comes with a light, and it's 2 different modes. It's high and low, and then of course there's off. And then of course I do it at home as far as like every Sunday I just cut the dry tears from around his eyes right here. I make sure, under the chin is lined up just because I want to keep him looking clean. I definitely take the paws and cut the hair around the paws, and I'm very careful about it. And I definitely cut the hair around the private parts. So I, buy puppy wash, and of course he has a towel. Everybody's going to want to go buy a towel to keep your dog clean. Of course he's a small dog, so you can wash him at home versus paying for them to do it. I will say that, another thing to keep mind of is puppy pads. When I purchased my Chi-Poo, I did not realize that Chihuahuas are stubborn. So because he has part Chihuahua, he's stubborn. So there are times where he pees in the crate, there are times where he pees outside, and he has peed in my house. So of course I stopped using puppy pads because I was like, you know what, I'm putting you on a schedule. We're not going to keep allowing you to pee in the house on a pad, or to, think that it's okay to pee in the house. You need to see the environment outside. So you definitely want to crate train. You definitely want to, set boundaries with your Chi-Poo, and you definitely want to see them successful. So I hope that this encourages you all to go out and buy one as well. But at the same time, I hope it encourages you to definitely look into everything that Chi-Poos come along with, and characteristics of what can happen when having a Chi-Poo in your home. Thanks for watching. When they're fully grown, so they also can be anywhere between 5 and 15 inches tall, and Some other nicknames that people give the Chi-Poo are a Choodle or a Poochie. So you can, either three work just fine. Chi-Poo, Choodle, or Poochie. I say Chi-Poo because it's a mixture of both, and my dog is definitely predominantly Chihuahua, most definitely. So of course, some physical characteristics that I 50% looked into was the fact of, me having 2 kids and renting my house instead of owning it, is that I wanted a small dog, and this was, the hammer on the nail. He was small, he was going to stay small, and then that was like my main focus, just, the size. So of course the physical characteristics of a Chi-Poo is that he's gonna be small. She's gonna be small, and the physical characteristics is just depending on what the parents of your puppy look like. My puppy's mother was the Chihuahua, and she is the same color as him. The dad of my puppy is brown, and he definitely gets certain things from both parents. So the things that I'll say my puppy gets from the mother is the fact that he looks like a Chihuahua. He has the nose of a Chihuahua. He has the 2 ears of a Chihuahua, and very overprotective. Like when someone knocks on the door, or if he sees anybody walking up the street, he barks. And he barks until he cannot, bark anymore. And that is when the person or people are gone. The characteristics physically that I see from my dog's father is the fact that my dog's father was the toy poodle. And like I said, he was brown, and so I think that he just has the hair from the dad, because Chihuahuas have more along the lines of the short-haired or the long, straight hair, and my dog's hair is like really curly. So, and it's not just like after we wash him, but it definitely, stays curly regardless if it gets wet or if it's not wet. I will say that another physical characteristic is that, because my dog has the hair of the poodle, is the reason why we've seen so much shedding. We've seen shedding probably when our dog was in between 6 and 8 months. And I was like, what is going on? I've never, he shouldn't be shedding. But he doesn't shed as much as he did when he was 6 to 8 months. And he's almost 1 year old on the 16th of January. After giving him a haircut because it was summertime and he was getting so fluffy, he didn't shed anymore. And so, like I said, he doesn't shed as much. And so it was literally like hiding behind the couch. It was underneath the couch. It was somehow ending up in spaces that, you wouldn't even expect to clean. So that is, one thing that if you are getting a Chi-Poo, you want to look into getting a de-shedder comb. So here is the one that I have here. I got mine from Chewy.com. This right here is a great tool. You can definitely take this off and use it if you really want to without it. And you can pop it back on. It's really great because these little fine bristles will catch all the knots and the hair that need to be de-shedded. So really it just depends on what your puppy's mom and dad look like to determine the physical characteristics of your dog as your dog gets older. Another thing is that, the outcome of the litter of, your breeders, 2 dogs together, might look different. I do know that there was 1 brown in the litter along with mine, and it was actually 3 boys and 1 girl. And I do know that, now as they are older, I keep in touch with the other 3 parents of the other 3 puppies from that litter, and they all look different. They all look different, but they all look the same. It's like, it's just like your children. Your children look the same because they're from you, but they look different because they all have their own personalities. So of course they're going to stay tiny. They're going to have small feet. They're going to have short or long legs. My dog has short legs, and he definitely has small feet. So it's really hard to find things for him as far as like clothing. Clothing, I have to order an extra small because of how skinny he is and because of how short he is. I, tried to find booties that he can wear outside when it's raining or if it's snowing, and I got an extra small, and they still don't fit. They don't stay on. I also, buy certain things, and it might be just a little too big, but it might fit just right. But definitely, make sure that if you're ordering clothing ahead of time, that you're ordering extra small or small if you feel like your puppy will grow into it, or if you just want to, give extra room. Chi-Poos have floppy ears that droop. Mine takes after the Chihuahua. His ears are like a triangle sitting up top. And the funny thing about that is that 1 ear droops down at a time. So like, I feel like he's like listening with the other ear. And it's really, really cute. But Chi-Poos can look like their parents. They can look like their siblings, of course. So of course, another physical characteristic of my dog that Chihuahuas mixed with Poodles have is the face structure. So of course, my dog has the face structure of the Chihuahua, and he once again, barks, and it's like a constant bark. Poodles tend to bark, but they don't, just keep so definitely, those characteristics of the Chihuahua. And of course, the hair is the characteristic of the Poodle. So, of course, we'll talk about the characteristics of actually having a Chi-Poo. The characteristics of having a Chi-Poo is that their energy is very high. They love to play and move around. Therefore, your dog, will usually get bored easily if they're left alone for too long. And I definitely can agree with that, because my Chi-Poo definitely has anxiety. The vet told me at the second set of puppy shots that he has anxiety, but of course never chose to do anything about it. So while in this video, I definitely want to show you a couple of things that I invested into, since they said he had anxiety and they would not give me medication. All they kept doing was giving me recommendations first. So of course they recommended that I get some calming chews, which I did. I've tried a couple different brands, and to me, I don't think that it helps. So eventually I started hearing about the CBD oil for dogs. So I definitely bought it. And this is the one I got off of Amazon. It came with a 2-pack for $15. I definitely think that it works. I use half a dropper in the morning, and then I mix it with water. And that's it, And then of course they told me to invest in the Thunder shirt. I never got the chance to use it because I felt like at one point he was getting better. But I definitely want to give this a try. After purchasing it for $15, the store was going out of business. And it definitely would comfort me. And so Chihuahua Poodle mix, they'll get along with other dogs. It's just that they are very dominant. They want to be raised alone, in your household. So it's going to be difficult to introduce them to another dog or family pet when they're fully grown. Once again, as said, the Chihuahua, is the dominant one. And so the Chi-Poo can be very protective of his or her family, and they will often bark if other dogs get too close to them or if other people. I know that, for my personal experience, when me and my fiance are hugging or if he's playing with our daughter, that, our dog will, and, he just gets more upset that, he's touching her or he's hugging me. And of course he does it when I play with my daughter as well. So I definitely know that it's not like just an overprotective thing of me. I have heard, and I'm just going to refer this, that it's really extremely important to socialize your dog early with new people, because Chi-Poos are social animals who, require a lot of attention, and that they're really gentle, they're loyal, and they're friendly and loving, but they just have that Chihuahua side in them that can kind of create a bunch of noise, let's just say.